Welcome back to the very first B server. My name is Puddles and today we're gonna build up our factory. But before we will do that, I got some clips to roll. About 2 years ago, I started working on my solo survival series. I started out with a main base area and I decided to go bigger with an industrial area. Now the industrial area wasn't planned at all, like you might notice, so it didn't look too well. I also started working on my Creative Mind series a lot to show my creativity a little bit more. After a bit, I did notice that it wasn't really what I wanted to do since, well, it didn't look too well. So about a year later, I started working on the Forever SMP server and decided to start out small after failing a bigger project. So after a while, I did realize I wanted to start out building bigger after starting out with a small area, which is of course my starter area. I did realize already that I was going bigger by adding the windmill as well as the farmlands over there. Although that was quite simple to build, it's now time to get started on the factory. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so there for those clips, and I showed you those clips of course because I wanted to show you guys how much I improved my building skills over the last few years. Like everything we've done over here, I love it so much, and yeah, it's so much better than what I've been up to before that, which was like 2 years ago when I started on my solo survival series. That was so long ago, at least it feels so long ago now, that it's kind of like I started over on my solo survival world and started over here. But except that, we got some people around instead as well, which is quite amazing of course. Alright, so of course I have been busy just a little bit over here, and with a little bit I mean I've been working for 2 days, and I mean quite a lot of hours. I think about maybe worth 18 hours or so, maybe longer even, just to get all of this done without a time lapse because I didn't really care for it. The reason therefore of course is because, well, I felt like I had to get the basic part done, and of course like all those moss carpets over here, the whole moss layer which is around, because that was about 85 or so shulker boxes full of just the moss. Further than that, we got all of our things that we need just yet over here, as well as just a little bit over here. Not much though, but just a little bit. I mean, I was working over here and then over there, then everywhere. I've been quite busy, let's just say that. So I really want to get started on the build right now because, well, I've been preparing this for I think about a month now, for gathering the resources and stuff. It took me a long time to get every single thing done, and yeah, I mean, especially the other stuff. I mean, I don't know. It's just a lot of work. And this will be our main portal, and everything will make sense soon. So take one last look at this area, and of course I want to get started on the time lapse. So without further ado, let's just get right into it, because this is gonna take a long time to get done anyway. So without further ado, let's go! we're done. Finally done. Jeez, this took me a month to build. Alright, so there we have it for the time lapse. It took me, like I said, a month to build all of this up. And I even was in a hurry, at least for a bit. The reason therefore, of course, is because we had a tour on the server. I have not recorded any of that because, well, I was way too busy doing this, so I didn't really feel like doing that. So right now you might notice I am in my suit. The reason therefore is because I'm the CEO and I'm presenting to you my factory. So yeah, that's why I get my suit on. It's an old suit, by the way. This is from a solo survival series, so it's from back in the day, before I started even YouTube. I decided to get this skin, just so I wanted to start YouTube later with this skin on. That was before I had my survival skin, so yeah, that's why I'm wearing this one. And as well, I really love this. It fits the vibe a little bit. So of course over here, let's just start on the side over here, by the way, because that's leading to the main factory anyway. And of course we got the silos over here, which are quite big. They're quite detailed as well, I believe. I really love what I've built over here. Those silos, I came up with them. I didn't even realize how to do it exactly. Just looked up some photos. I was like, you know what, that might work with all the grades and stuff. Since we got those copper grades now, that's amazing for this kind of build, right? So I figured let's just add that to it. There's no way to get up there with stairs or anything, but I really think if we add stairs to this, it is gonna be ugly. So I'm not gonna add stairs. I like it the way it is right now. Like, you can just walk around over here the whole time, which is gonna be amazing. It's just an easy way to go around. It's a little bit more detail, right? And every single thing in this factory is spawn proof, by the way, just so you know. So it's kind of amazing. So let's continue on. And of course, I didn't even show it, I think, but well, you've seen plenty of them by now because I had a little bit too many of them, I guess. All the lanterns, it's a lot. It's way too many anyway, but that was before I added some other lighting sources and stuff, but that's fine. I'll leave them in because I like them. It doesn't really matter. At nighttime it looks amazing, I think, so that's good. But I designed it myself, but I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be the first one who built this, or maybe I am, I don't know. I love them. I really like it. I thought like I need to get something done myself, so the lantern has to be done myself. Okay, in the factory and stuff, but still. Now of course, like you might notice, we got a side entrance over here. And yeah, it's quite an amazing big opening. The reason therefore is because I liked it better to make it big, because otherwise you won't see it. Like if you just did this, it was gonna be stupid, I feel like. So right now we got an entranceway like over here, and from the outside it looks like this, and I think it looks very good. I'm glad about it. I also added some cobwebs at the last minute. I was like, you know what, that makes more sense, I think. So I thought like, why not? So of course if we walk over here, I think I might have to add something over here, by the way, because it's kind of empty. But I did add like an area over here, so you can just take your lunch or something, take a drink and whatnot. I will add some more armor stands later on as well, by the way. There's a lot of armor stands that will be around here, not too many. I don't need like 1 FPS the whole time. Like right now I'm good, 119, 120-ish, always, and that's good. But once I'm inside my storage room, which is of course a warehouse, which I will show last, yeah, then you will notice the FPS drop. And it's only getting worse, trust me, it will get worse. So over here, I want to add a armor stand as well. I probably get rid of those windows, by the way. And like armor stands over here, probably waiting in line or grabbing something. And I'm not entirely sure yet, but that's something I want to do. Just give it a little bit more life with armor stands and stuff. I think that's going to be amazing. And I will do the same inside of the factory. Okay, I can see a face in this right now. Dang it. I didn't notice until now. So yeah, I will add a lot of armor stands, especially inside as well later on. But the inside I have to yet do. I'll go in gamma mode for now so you can see a little bit better, otherwise it's gonna be stupid. But yeah, I'm not going in anything except for this one because, well, yeah, like you might notice, there's nothing in here. That's all future projects, and I need to learn to fly. You might notice we got some of those tunnels over here, but those are just the piping on the outside, and I decided to make it open because I might do something with them later, and if not, I can just fill them up, of course. But I have things in mind for it, but I'm not entirely sure just yet. Now, of course, the inside of the factory will change quite a bit. Now, of course, there will be walls be dug up again, and the floor will be done differently because it's not going to stay moss forever, of course. I'm going to change it out probably with like deep slate tiles and that kind of stuff like we did in the warehouse. And yeah, plenty of other things, of course, will happen. Maybe even with some quartz and stuff, or maybe the more modern kind of things like farms and stuff. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe even a little bit more detailing that doesn't have to be there, but we can also add just because it looks more beautiful. Now, of course, like you might notice, if we go through here, this wall, it's inside of something else again. Well, this wall goes outside. That's fine. Okay. So this one is inside. This is just one big building, but it leads through it with one of those as well. And of course, yeah, we can go through a little bit of them, I think. I'm not entirely sure, to be fair, but of course we also go up. Like over here we got some room, we got over there some room, and then later on if we go over here we got this room, of course, but also up here again, and I believe even one higher than that, which means over here we got some more empty space which we can always use. And of course we will make sure to lead those to one another. And of course you might notice this one is a little bit different because, well, there used to be a wall over here on both sides. Anyway, over here as well, but I fixed that, but not over there. So of course if we go up the building, and the reason therefore is because I like to go up the building, like you might notice it's very big. Yeah, I just really like how I did all the copper and stuff. It's just for something like piping and stuff. It's a lot of work to add. It's just a lot of those things that had to be done anyway. I felt like it gives more life to it, like it's really a factory and stuff. I kind of wanted to do those differently, by the way, with stairs instead. But I decided to go with trapdoors, which is a little bit more expensive, but still, I really wanted to do the trapdoors because I feel like it gives a little bit more to it, like it's more thick thanks to that. Because, well, it's like in real life, I believe most of the time those things might be a little bit thicker as well. I'm not entirely sure. I might be wrong about that, but I'm totally fine with that, to be fair. Now, of course, we got the entrance over here-ish. It's not much of an entrance anyway. But we got those walkways going from building to building. I added those as well because I felt like that makes it all connected a little bit better. And makes it a little bit better for the people to go through. And of course, like I said, I will do the entrance or the inside a little bit differently. I will use probably a lot of copper grates as well, like over here, I think, because it's going to be a factory, of course. A lot of copper will be used again, also for the farms, and the farms will be kind of displayed. So you can walk around and get a showcase from just the whole inside with the factory and stuff, see how things work and that kind of things. And of course everything will later on lead to our storage system. And how I'm going to do that exactly, I'm not sure yet, but I will figure something out. I already got the whole thing ready for it. But yeah, you will see that later once we really get going. Alright, so from the inside it's not very useful to show you everything, I noticed. So I'm going outside over here just to show it off like this because, well, I gotta be honest, I really love it. It looks amazing to me. It's quite a bit bigger than I intended to go for. I kind of want to show you guys a little bit of behind the scenes what I've been working on before that and after that, but I'm not gonna because, well, you can see the total difference, which means no thanks. So yeah, like you might notice, all the buildings are kind of connected to one another. We got a lot of the fans and stuff thingies. I'm not sure how to call them. I designed this one myself. It has something like a fan in it. It's hard to see, to be fair, but we got them inside on every side for some reason. I don't know why I did that though, but I'm fine with it. And of course some little bit of lighting in between, so we at least don't get mob spawned and stuff around here. I like it. I gotta be fair. I like it. I really do. And I think the detailing for a lot of things worked out quite well. And the roof and stuff, it's all fine. It's all wool, but I'm fine with it because from a distance you won't even notice it too much anyway. And some things you might notice are not in the time lapse, like the smoke over here, like the parking lot over here. The reason therefore is because some of the time lapses got corrupted and for some reason didn't open and stuff. I didn't know how to fix it, so I didn't. And to be fair, I'm fine with it. It is what it is. And I think it still worked out quite nicely. So yeah. If we go over here, this is the first time me trying out something with smoke, with glass and stuff. I've never done this before. And I kind of like it. I really do. This is my first try with glass, so don't get me wrong. It can be a whole lot better than what it is right now. But I gotta be honest, I'm kind of proud of it because it's my first time trying it out anyway. So if we go over here, we can finally see the parking lot. We haven't seen it yet. I added a little bunch of trucks. The reason therefore is because I feel like, well, we need some spares, right? Not everyone uses them all the time. So over here we got an office building, which I think is amazing. We got some lighting in there, like people are still active and stuff. Later on I want to build up like some interiors. Probably also get rid of some of the concrete behind it and get some office spaces ready maybe. Not all the way through, not the whole building or whatever. I might also add some farms to it because, well, it's here and it's empty. So, well, we don't even have an entrance, to be fair. There's no door. I gotta be honest, there's no door. I decided not to go with the door since, well, I'm probably not gonna use it. It's just for show mostly. And of course we also got a security building over here, which is also empty for now. But I also want to add something to it later. We also got some doors over here, which will later on lead into it someday. So yeah, I like this building a lot. I did create it myself, I designed it myself. I messed up on some blocks I noticed already. I'll fix them later. And I'm glad about it. It's quite big as well still, but it's also not too big, I think. And of course over here at the outer entrance we also got like a break room area outside. I really like that because, well, yeah, it's near to the office, so that's why it's a little bit bigger. Don't know why, because the factory is a lot bigger and there's a lot more people working in it, but sure, it's fine. Also with this, and I might also add some armor stands around here. I probably will, because I want to give a lot of more life to this world, because, well, right now there's nothing. Nobody's working here. Nothing is working yet, except for, well, me, I guess. I gotta be honest, I'm very glad about the way we got this to work out. This is my first, and I can't say it enough, this is my first mega project I've ever built. So yeah, it took a lot of time to, well, get it done. And even after the fact, when I was building this in this world already, I still made some changes, which made it even harder for me to get it all done, because I already collected all the resources. Then it turned out I didn't need all of the materials anymore, and I was missing out on materials, of course, because I made changes and I got rid of some things and I added some things and so on. So yeah, everything was a little bit changed. Like all the trucks were just for one type of truck, and yeah, that was that one over here in the middle. This is the only original truck we got left. And after that we made like this one, of course, and we got all the changes in here. Like you might notice, there's a lot of changes, like fading colors and stuff for the trucks and stuff. But the first one was just all cleaned up and nice, which is why I left the first one where the portal was over there to be normal, like a new truck kind of. So yeah, this one was the first design for me, and yeah, I'm glad about it, to be fair. It's fine to keep one like that, because that's the newest one and everything else has been used since. And of course we got a garage over here, which I kind of want to add a something to as well. I want to give everything a little bit more details in the inside. But like I said, when I was building this, at least I said it to myself, I didn't want to do the interiors just yet. I want to do that once I am done with this whole area, like I am right now, which is amazing. And I still like the fact that I placed the text Joshua Powers Industries over there, with a little bit of lighting around it as well. I really love that fact. So you might also notice from this angle, it's amazingly big. I gotta be fair about that part. We also add some windows on the warehouse. The reason therefore was for lighting as well as for me easily flying in instead. So that's why it's so big. I need a way to fly in and out without going through the door or through the portal the whole time. Because first, this was the only entrance and exit we had. Then I decided to add one on this side, as well as on the other side as well. But I always forget that I got those doorways. So yeah, I kind of forget about it the whole time, and I still fly that way. And I also forget that I can fly out of the roof. And one of the last things I've added, which is like last night, I decided to add this before I started recording as well, is a lot of lighting on the ceiling because it was way too dark, like you still might notice. It's still a little bit dark, but it's a lot less dark as what it was before. So I think I did well on that fact, and it's more like a typical factory ceiling lighting, I guess. It's quite simple, but I like it though. And of course, this is our whole new storage area, which is amazingly big. On this side is all for like the farms and stuff we will build. Like also as well as AFKable as non-AFKable. Like all the stone will be non-AFKable. We need to just keep mining, of course, to get the stone. And I decided to get rid of the shulker loaders. I didn't want to do that because it's gonna be massive. So I decided to go with just chests. And of course they're now empty-ish. Well, there's a lot in here yet, but that's because I've been adding my storage over here. So yeah. And we got some of those scaffolding on each side because I want to be able to get to all my storage. So yeah, like the one over here. We can just go in here. Oh, that's where they are. I lost them. I first did 3 high, and then I decided to go 4 high, which means I had to change out the hoppers behind it because they were all pointing down. I didn't like it. Now I like it a lot better. I didn't figure I could do this, but I can. So yeah, that's good. And yeah, there will be more storage later probably. Once all of those are filled up, there will be more. But I don't want to add a lot more because like you might notice right now, we got 70 FPS. And yeah, that's not too well, not too great. But yeah. That's something for later as a problem, I guess. So yeah, we got a lot of those things over here, which I really love. So of course on this side, we also got all of our storage, which means it goes until the ending on that side. Didn't really think that through, to be fair, because, well, it's quite... it's a little bit too much. Now you might notice we got a storage over here, which I did redo over here. I just took everything and placed them again over here. So we got the same order-ish. It's just not in the exact same order. I changed it up a little bit because I just took with me whatever I could. Like this one is just for scaffolding, as easy as it is. This one is of course for mob drops, for passive mobs, and this one is just for whatever. You can see it. It's just the same as always. I just left them all in the shulker boxes just yet for now because I didn't want to bother with it just yet. We also got one just determined for gunpowder itself because, well, we got a lot of this already. But I also have too much gunpowder and I didn't figure like we will get a lot more anyway probably. So I wanted to do a separate one for that one. Also for flowers, dye, potions, non-stackables, stackables I guess, just the random crap as well. And the books, like the enchanting books. We got the music discs of course. Our rockets again, and now finally we got them all in one place instead of that me jumping up the whole time to get to the other chest full of the stuff. So yeah, we got plenty of those for now. We got all our redstone in here. So now finally everything is a little bit closer to one another when it has to be. We got all the shirts and stuff over here. We got player hats and other hats and stuff. We got lighting. We got the empty shulker boxes. We got grass and all the other things. Everything speaks for itself, to be fair, of course. And I decided to do it like this because I felt like this was the best way of doing it. And now, of course, if all those 4 chests gets full, we will just go on and continue up here until we're on top. And if we are on top and we still got more, then I'll probably just throw it out, because that means we got way too much about it. So yeah, and of course the deep slate. This one is a little bit tricky to see, but we do have deep slate. I didn't want to do a normal deep slate block, so we still got this one. I'm not entirely sure I'm going to do it with the variety of the blocks and stuff, but I probably will just do those in the chest down below. So the lowest one over here. If not, then I'll figure something out. I don't really care for now. And of course we got, yeah, just about everything anyway. So I decided to keep it simple. We got more space over here, like the pill wood and stuff. Well, it's not over there. I don't care. I'm just gonna continue over here with the new wood stuff and things. We don't have it yet. We're still at 1.21 and I'm fine with it. It's for the master stuff that we use, and well, yeah, we use a lot, and since the Minecraft updating is a little bit weird now, or new, or whatever, we're not gonna update too fast, so yeah, that's why. But later on I will add whatever is new over here, and over here as well, and probably, if we really need to, I will use those as well later on, someday. That's why it's here, right? So yeah, for now, all of those will be empty, because I don't want to use too much for now. And I also added the concrete over here. I also added the wool on this side. The wool is on this side because we will get a sheep farm going as well, which means we get all the colors. We will auto sort all of them. That's already in place. And I decided to go for 2 rows for now, and I think that's gonna be plenty. If I need them, I will add them later on top. And also for the moss, all the moss, we got those 2, and then the moss carpets, but mostly moss, of course. And once it gets filled in, well, it will just loop and despawn someday if we got too much of one thing. And of course basalt and stuff, iron, kelp, hay bales, bamboo, the other bamboo, bone blocks, and so on. And I'm probably still missing some, and that's totally fine for now. I will just add them later. And also we got a backstage area, which is why I did, of course, the copper doors. I felt like those were the most appropriate to do so. And we got, of course, another way to get up here, which I do think is amazing, because, well, we need it. I think we had to do it with those. Fill them in with whatever. And then the one underneath that will get the 41 of them, right? I don't know how it works anymore. But at least I tried it out in Creative World, and it did work. And it will loop around here, and I made sure, like you might notice, there's some openings actually in here, but to be fair, I tried to make it work so on this side you don't even notice it at all, right? So of course right now you see all the hoppers and stuff. That's only because I didn't place chests, and the reason therefore, of course, for lag. But you don't notice it yet, but there's openings in here. But yeah, I tried to work that away, which I did. And I think I did well on that part. You don't notice it too well. And I decided to add some walls and stuff just for show anyway. It's all just to make it look like there's a real wall behind it, but it isn't really a wall. There's another wall in between. And I like it. I really do. It's something I've never done before. All of this anyway. The mega project is well done. So if we go back outside for a minute, the first things that we will do later on, as soon as we continue on this factory, after a break, because I will take a break from this, because, well, I'm a little bit tired after doing this for a whole month, just building and building and building, not really recording much except for the Christmas and the one before that, just in between, just to get something out. But they did so poorly that I decided not to add anything else anymore. No videos, nothing. And yeah, I had to get this video out anyway someday. So yeah, it's amazing. I love it. All those buildings will get filled in with whatever farms I can fit in it. And the farms will be quite big probably as well, because we got plenty of space. I want to just fill them in with whatever I can. And I will make it walkable. And you can enter them all through here, is the idea later on. I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to do it. I might have to even add some elevators and that kind of stuff. I'm not entirely sure what I will do. I still see the face in it. I like it. But yeah, we will add so much farms. And also, I think you may have noticed it in the time lapse. I'm not entirely sure. But even this ceiling is fake. We got another. It's all empty over here. But we can still use this room. And then of course going up here, we got all of this space to work with. And so on. But of course I will make it all look so much better. Even windows will be gone if they have to be gone. They will stay as much as possible. I may even add new windows. I'm not sure. Now of course over here we will also add something like an auto smelter. And probably some other extra stuff that we haven't figured out just yet. But not just that, we will also be streaming all of this again, because I do want to get back to it. I do kind of miss it, even though there's not many people watching yet, but I do miss it. I really want to do it again. So what I will do is, for the factory, every single time when I'll be working on it, in survival mode anyway, in creative I'll do it on my own, but in survival mode I will probably take you with me on the journey of adding all the farms and all the other stuff around it, the interior, and I might also do some things by winging them instead of creating them in creative, because I don't want to do every single thing in creative, so we have to figure that out just yet. But that's something in mind. And I will be dual streaming that, so if you don't have Twitch or anything, I will be streaming as well on Twitch as on my other channel, which is Joshi Powers 2, and that's kind of the one that I've been using or adding my streams to whenever I got them done on Twitch. So yeah, instead of streaming on this channel because I don't like it too much, I will be doing that on my VOD's channel, which is Joshi Powers 2. Now of course I wanted to show you guys one last thing, and that is of course our starter area. It is all empty right now, and to be fair, it looks so weird to see it like this. It's so unfinished, it's empty, it's shallow, it's... I don't know what to think about it, to be fair. I already miss this place. I love this place, I really do. I've been working on this and I've been working with this for the past, well, year. I've been working here about a year now, and this was the first build I created, except for the expansion and stuff of course, but still I'm now used to this part, and I kind of miss this place. I also will add a new lava source, probably a little bit of a bigger one. Maybe I don't even use one, because I might use a carpet duper. Yep, we are allowed to do that on this server, so we'll probably just add a carpet duper to this area and stuff, and that'll be amazing. So yeah, I will add some dogs at the other place. I will also try and add some cats and stuff to the factory for some reason. I know it's kind of weird to get animals over there, but I might. I'm not entirely sure, to be fair. I will at least add a lot of the armor stands over there, and yet have to add them over here as well, because they're not done yet. Like over here we got that one of course, but I also want to add one on the bridge over here. Probably trying to get him to lean on the bridge. Watch, well, maybe him, or just at the waterfront or something. I will add one over there, and I got some more armor stands placed already, because I want to add some more over here, because we are not leaving this place entirely, of course. This is still our starter area, and we will still be around here. We will still be building on top of the mountain over here, of course, which is gonna be amazing, because, well, this whole thing will get buildings on it as well, and all that kind of stuff. The whole river, like I said before as well, will still get an update, and it's gonna be wider and bigger and probably even deeper, leading all the way over here, with maybe adding something like a dock on that end. Maybe, I'm not entirely sure, to be fair. And let's go higher for a hot second. The whole factory, of course, over here. Since I got distance horizons, you can see plenty. Like you always can see this one from the factory, which is amazing. I still love that build so much. And I'm kind of glad about how it looks from this angle. It's so much weirder, it's so much different from this angle though, but I really love it. Especially when I was doing the showcase after the time lapse, when I was flying over here with the camera, just looking at the whole thing. I really enjoyed what I got over here. Now, of course, the bridge. I don't know if you've been here since my Solo Survival series on my old channel, but if you were, you will notice this bridge was from my industrial area, and you will also see it on the beginning of this video, I believe, but it's a little bit more detailed now, and instead of one there's two, and that is just because, well, I changed it, I redesigned it just for over here, so it fits with the road and stuff. It's just a little bit smaller, I believe, not too much, or maybe even wider. I gotta be honest, I'm not even sure. And like I said, you can still see the cauldron over there, which is amazing. And yeah, I really love this whole thing. I love what we got going on. And I almost forgot, but over here, future sewer system, right? So there will be a sewer system leading down below of the road on both sides, probably separate ones, and maybe with some holes in between, so you can go to each side if you need it or want to. That's entirely up to you. And yeah, we will add some more buildings around here later as well. So we are not exactly done. We are done for this area, but I already know how to expand, which will be probably, which means this road will be changed up a little bit, but we will probably get going and get a tunnel over here, because that's what I've been thinking about, like adding this one, make it go straight instead of to the left, go through the wall, make a tunnel in the wall. So we will leave the wall as it is, with like a tunnel all the way over here. We will get the tunnel over here as well, which will lead to this location, which will be amazing. So this will be less empty over here, and we'll get something to it as well, which means we will expand on the outside over here with probably something nuclear or something. I'm not entirely sure, with the green stuff and things, you know. So yeah, kind of that kind of things, nuclear waste or something. I've been thinking about it, but I'm not entirely sure yet what to do. But that's one of those things that we might do later on. And of course, that's later down the road. For now, the first thing I really want to do is build over here quite a bit of farms and stuff. And yeah, they have to all be walkable, because I would like that so much. And yeah, that's what we're going to do. So this will be the end of the episode. I hope you guys did enjoy. Don't forget to give a like, subscribe, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.